Hi, I'm Felicity Fletcher. I'm a avid reader, a hopeful author, and a practicing witch and astrologer. And welcome to my weekly astrology videos. This video specifically is covering the week of Sunday, February 9th through Saturday, February 15th. And I don't want to waste too much time, so let's jump right in. I like looking at the moon first, so let's see what the moon's doing. On Monday the 10th, the moon is going to be moving into Leo. When the moon's in Leo, we tend to be very generous. We tend to be very expressive. We share a lot of our feelings. We share a lot of our emotions. This can be a good and a bad thing. Sometimes it does cause quite a bit of drama because people have different feelings on things. People have different emotions that come up in scenarios. So as everybody is a lot more expressive, it can cause some drama. But it is overall, it's a pretty positive energy and very generous. While the moon is in Leo, it will be full. So we do have a full moon on Wednesday, the 12th. This specific full moon is bringing with it some themes of sensitivity, creativity, authenticity, and freedom. This full moon is going to be pretty heavily influenced by Aquarian energy. So that is where there's going to be almost like this fight for freedom, this fight to be authentic and to be our true authentic selves. It's going to be highlighting where we are not being authentic. It's going to really be causing some tension between where we are conforming to society and where we are fighting for freedom from society. This full moon is going to have a lot of energy that is highlighted. There's going to be a lot of places where it's saying, do you really want to conform here? Is this really the place that you want to follow the status quo? Or is this a place where you need to be fighting for freedom? Or are there places where you're fighting for freedom and you really just need to sit down and kind of conform because there are other hills to die on, there are other fights that need to be made. So that is what's really going to be highlighted in this full moon. This full moon, though, is going to be a really good time to celebrate your wins. So if you've had wins recently, this is the time to celebrate it. This is the time to get out there. This is the time to talk about those. This is the time to express our feelings, to let it out. This will help us get to where we need to go. It will help us get on the right path. We understand there may be some drama with it, as not everybody's going to agree. But this is the time because those of us who know to look where this tension is, this is good for us. Other people just might be feeling the tension and not sure what to do with it. But in many ways, we need tension because that's where we make progress. Then after this full moon, shortly after this full moon, the moon is going to be moving into Virgo. So this is still on Wednesday the 12th. When the moon's in Virgo, we are very practical. The energy is on reorganizing. Virgo kind of cleans up some of Leo's messes. So some of that drama, some of the things that got put aside as Leo was focusing on emotions and focusing on other people, Virgo's coming in and really reorganizing. While the moon is in Virgo, this is a really good time to focus on the details, and through those details, you will find confidence. So on Wednesday and the couple days after, focus on the details because that is where you will find your confidence. Then on Saturday the 15th, the moon is moving into Libra. When the moon's in Libra, aesthetics are a big thing, making things look good. If you're doing any sort of designing or if you have to do some interior designing of a house or something like that, really good to do while the moon's in Libra. It is very hard to make decisions while the moon's in Libra as well. So while it's easier to kind of see this aesthetic, sometimes there'll be, if there's more than one decision to be made, it gets very overwhelming. This is also a really good time to work with people. Our people skills tend to be a little bit better when the moon is in Libra. It's a little bit easier because people want to work with each other. It's a very people-pleasing energy. All right, let's get on into the rest of the planets. So on Sunday the 9th, we have a couple things happening. The first, we have Sun conjunct Mercury. This happens quite a bit. Whenever this happens, quick thinking, everything seems to move faster. We are a lot more adaptive, we're flexible. It is a very busy energy, but it's an energy where we can truly get things done. While that's going on, Mars is also going to be trine Saturn. This aspect brings us strength and ambition. This gives us the energy, the motivation to follow through. This is a really good thing really good energy to find the things you are passionate about and devote energy to those. Devote time and energy to what brings you passion. And it's good time to find lasting success from work. I struggled to read my handwriting there for a moment. Sorry about that. But yes, it brings lasting success from the work that you put in. So this could be your job, this could be your career, this could be a workout, finding success from starting a new workout. All those things, put in the work, you will find success. So on Sunday the 9th, we have some really positive energy. We have some energy that's going to help us get things done. So if there is a project that needs to be started, if there's something big you need to do it on Sunday. Then on Monday the 10th, Mercury is going to square Venus. This changes to your routine. You have no choice. You will not be able to follow your routine. It will be unexpected. It will be drastic. Your routine will be changed. This brings with it a lot of anxiety, a lot of unsettled energy, a lot of miscommunications, because we know going into Monday, don't even bother. Don't even try to do things the normal way. Just go in, see what's going to happen. But what about for those type A people that have to have things a very specific way? When they start feeling this anxiety, when they're thrown out of routine, they tend to get much more anxious. It gets harder to work with people like that, and a lot of miscommunications happen. What we need to do, because we know, but what we need to do is go into Monday and look at things from a different perspective. Be open for whatever weird changes are going to come. Be open for whatever is going to be thrown at you, and look at it from a different perspective. If you have a new responsibility that's being thrown at you at work, ask yourself how your manager sees this responsibility. How are they looking at this? How is someone who is below you looking at this? If you're dealing with something in your relationship, how is your partner's differing experience from before they met you influencing how they're seeing what's happening? So looking at things from a different perspective is going to really help us. It's going to help keep us calm. It's going to keep our anxiety down, and it's going to help us take this energy and not just completely lose the message. We'll be able to keep moving forward. Then on Tuesday the 11th, the Sun squares Uranus. And we have to continue looking at things from an open mind, from a different perspective. We have to keep our minds and everything open. This energy brings a ton of uncertainty. Coming right after that Mercury square Uranus, a lot of that anxiety is going to continue because a lot of that disruption that was going to happen on Monday is still not going to be resolved on Tuesday. This is not something where, it happened, the energy passed. This is something that's going to last a little bit more, which is going to cause a lot of unpredictable behavior from people. This is a good time to do a lot of experiments, to kind of try new things, try a new way of doing things. We just have to be really, really careful with that anxiety, with that unpredictable behavior, because one thing that happens when Sun squares Uranus quite a bit is that outbursts happen and they have consequences. This is not going to be something where you yell at your boss for being dumb and they're going to forget about it the next day. This is a time that we really need to be proactive. We need to work through issues. We need to understand issues are coming up, and we need to go into everything with a clear mind, with patience, and preparation, and don't let things build up. Don't let things bother you. If emotions are coming up, look into them. Ask yourself, why is this coming up? What has happened in the past that's led me to feel like this? What is going on? We get a little bit of a break. We get some time to recover, some time to really prepare for whatever's coming next. And because the Sun square Uranus was on 11th, on the 12th, the moon is going to be moving into Virgo, which is really going to help us. It gives us some time to recover, to start planning, to start setting up new routines. I don't think what we're doing this week or this past week is going to be something that we can do next week. We don't have much else going on until Friday the 14th, when Mercury enters Pisces. As Mercury enters Pisces, we get a lot of that Piscean energy in how we think and how we interact and how we talk. And Pisces is very imaginative. It's very ruled by daydreams and just not really in touch with reality, which for some people that are Pisces ruled is not a good thing. It can be a good thing, but it can also be a scary thing, especially for those of us who have a lot of very concrete energies, those of us who have Capricorn, Aries, like my mom. I have Capricorn, my mom has Aries. So Pisces are not really exciting for us, Pisces energy. We're also going to find that a lot more things are going to be emotion driven. You're going to see people making decisions based off of emotions, not really based off of logic quite as much. So going into that, we kind of have a better idea. If you work with someone who is more emotional, or if you work with people who are very like kind of logic driven and all of a sudden they're making weirder decisions, blame Pisces. That is the astrology for the week. Have a good week. I hope that this disruption is all for the best for you. And let's find out what it looks like next week. So come on back. I'll see you then.